Good morning, little children. Okay, we're going to move on in our maths now, and this should be fairly straightforward. We're combining our inequalities with more complicated algebra, but you've done both of them. It's just that you've done both of them separately, so we're going to add them together now. Now, this yellow box, as you know, you can refer back to, and it has examples. So let's look at the examples. To solve the inequality, use the same technique used to solve an equation. So basically, you're more or less ignoring the sign. You're more or less ignoring the fact that it says greater than, less than, or greater than, equal to, less than, equal to. Okay? That's the thing that you consider right at the very end. But ultimately, you don't need to worry about it. So, for example, x plus 5 equals 9. Therefore, x equals 4. That's the equation. And the inequality, x plus 5 is less than 9. So, x is less than 4. So the numbers are exactly the same. If you compare those two boxes, the numbers are exactly the same. The only difference is the less than sign, and the less than sign doesn't change. Okay? So you don't mess with it. Just keep it the same no matter what, and work through these equations exactly the same way as you would. They're not equations. Work through these inequalities exactly the same way that you would for the equations that you've already done. Okay? So let's look. We'll look at we'll look at A and B, and then we'll go down and look at R, because R is quite tricky. I'm trying to see if there's others. O has got a half in it, but I think you'll be okay with the half. We'll look at R and see how we get on. So, let's look at the examples at the top. So, x take away 5 is greater than 6. So, x is greater than 11. X plus 4 is greater than 10. So, x is greater than 6. And x take away 2 is greater than or equal to 5. So x is greater than or equal to 7. Now, these examples are quite simple. As you go through, you'll see that some of them are not quite as simple. So let's look at 1. X plus 1 is greater than 5. So what we do is we take the 1, we put it with the 5 and make it a takeaway. So x is greater than 5 take away 1. X is greater than 4. And that would be your answer. X is greater than 4. Okay. Let's look at R. Okay, so you've got 21. Actually, when I look at it, it's not that hard. 21 plus 5 is less than 25. So 25 goes across, and it's x is less than 25. Take away 21, which is quite straightforward. After all, I thought that was going to be much more complicated. Let's quickly look at O then. X plus a half is less than 1. Okay? So x is less than 1 take away a half. Okay? Now, if you think, I don't know how to do that, think about right back to our fraction days, when we very early on, when we thought about fractions. Imagine you had one pizza. Okay, picture that pizza. It's got all your favourite toppings. What are your favourite toppings? I think I would go for chicken, sweet corn, maybe some olives, definitely peppers. Okay, so I'm sure some of you would go for pepperoni. I'm not a fan of pepperoni. Anyway, so you've got your whole pizza, but you're only going to get half. So what is left? That is 1, take away a half. Okay, I hope that's quite straightforward. Let me know if you've got any problems, and you can show me your answers.